Most leaders think Windows 365 is just a fancy way to let people work from home. They're missing the point entirely. What if I told you the real power of cloud PCs has almost nothing to do with remote work and everything to do with giving your business a seriously unfair advantage? For decades, we've thought of the PC as a physical thing, right? A laptop on your desk or a tower tucked underneath it. Windows 365 flips that script, right? It turns the Windows you know and love into a secure cloud based service that you can stream to any device, anywhere. But calling it just a tool for hybrid work is like saying a smartphone is just for making calls, ignoring its true potential. The conversation usually stops at remote access, but leaders who are really crushing it are using cloud PCs in a way their competitors haven't even dreamed of. They're not just managing remote teams, they're redesigning how their business actually works, slashing security risks, accelerating growth, and building a level of agility that's impossible with old school hardware. So today, I'm pulling back that curtain on 7 insider use cases for Windows 365 that turn it from a simple IT tool into a strategic weapon. These are the sort of plays nobody's talking about, but they can give your business a decisive edge. All right, use case one. We'll talk about eliminating that onboarding black hole, right? So here's a problem. Every leader knows this pain, right? You hire a new contractor or a seasonal team, right? Day one rolls around, they're eager to work, but the laptop isn't ready. Your IT team is scrambling to set up a machine, install software, and navigate shipping hell. How many hours of productivity are just completely torched in the first week? This isn't just annoying, it's a black hole for productivity and a giant security headache. Every day a new hire waits, you're paying for zero output. It's even worse for temps as well. Spend a fortune on laptops, but only used for a month. And when the contract ends, you just have to cross your fingers and hope the device comes back and that your company's data hasn't just walked out the door. Here's the solution, okay? Now, picture this in your head. Your new contractor starts Monday at 9 a.m. At 9:01 a.m., they open their personal laptop, log into the website, and boom, they have a fully configured, secure corporate desktop with all the apps and access they need. When their contract is over, you flip that switch and their access is gone. The cloud PC is deprovisioned in minutes. This transforms onboarding from a logistical nightmare into a simple, instant process. Because the company data never actually lives on the contractor's device, you drastically slash that risk of data leakage. It's the ultimate answer for a flexible, modern workforce. All right, use case two is the merger and acquisitions, right? These can be brutal, right? After the deal's signed, the real war begins. Trying to stitch together two completely different companies, cultures, and the most painful part, IT systems. How do you get your newly acquired team productive when they can't even get on your network? This is where the value of a merger and acquisition deal goes to die, right? The acquired employees feel like they're stranded on an island, locked out of the new parent company's resources. They can't collaborate, they can't access critical files, and the morale and productivity plummet. It can take IT teams months or even years to get everything working, all together. By then, momentum's just totally gone. Key people have actually quit in frustration, and all those sort of synergies you sort of promised, they're just fantasies. So here's the solution, right? Smart leaders are now using Windows 365 as their merger and acquisition secret weapon. On day one, every employee from the new company gets access to a Windows 365 cloud PC. From their existing laptops, they can immediately log into a standard company desktop with your email, your files, and your applications. Instantly, they're part of the team. This buys your IT team, the department, some breathing room they desperately need to handle the long term, complex work of integrating physical systems behind the scenes. Instead of a month-long delay and months of delay, your newly expanded team is unified and productive from the get-go. Okay, use case three. Let's talk about sensitive data. And let's be real for a minute, right? Some teams handle information that absolutely cannot leak, right? Think of your finance department before an earnings call, or your legal team handling confidential documents, or even an R&D team designing your next game changer. right? How do you keep that data locked down in a world of hybrid work and personal devices? The risk here is massive, right? A single leak from an analyst's personal laptop at a coffee shop could lead to regulatory fines, loss of intellectual property, and a brand reputation that's damaged beyond repair. To avoid this, many companies in regulated industries like finance or healthcare have chained these teams to office desktops, shrinking their talent pool and killing flexibility. So, the solution: Windows 365 lets you build a secure bubble around these high stakes roles. The work happens entirely inside the cloud PC. The data, the apps, everything lives in your secure cloud, not on their local machine. You can set policies that prevent data from being downloaded, copied, or even printed from a cloud PC. This means that your legal team can actually review sensitive contracts on a personal tablet, but your data never leaves a corporate controlled environment. It's a key tool for helping you build an environment that can meet strict compliance standards like HIPAA or GDPR, all while offering flexibility to your top talent demands. Okay, let's go on to use case 4 now. We all have business continuity plans, right? But they usually just focus on data backups. Sometimes people don't even have that, right? What happens when your physical office is the problem? A flood, a fire, a power outage, anything that keeps your people from getting to the office, especially the office computers, can grind your entire business to an absolute halt. Every minute of downtime is burning money. Customers left hanging, deadlines get missed, and your reputation for being reliable takes a serious hit. Relying on a physical office creates a massive single point of failure. Backing up your data is great, but it's useless if your employees have no way to actually access it and use it. So, what's the solution? This is where Windows 365 becomes a powerful tool for resilience. Because each employee's desktop is in the cloud, it isn't tied to a building. If the office isn't accessible, your team can just go home, open any device with a browser, and log right back into their exact work desktop, with all the files and apps just as they left them. It helps turn a potential multi-day disaster into a manageable event. While you need connectivity and your other systems online, this is about getting your workforce productive again, almost instantly. Okay, use case 5. Let's supercharge those frontline workers. With those frontline workers, the people on the factory floor, people like that, people in retail stores, or even out of the field, right? Are they the face of your company? But they're often the most disconnected from your core systems, stuck using clunky shared kiosk PCs or apps with limited features. How can they give amazing service when they don't have access to your full toolkit? This creates frustration for everyone, right? A field tech can't pull up a full technical manual on their tablet. A retail associate has to leave a customer to find a manager just to look up a complex order. A shift worker has to wait in line to use a slow shared computer. This isn't just inefficient, it leads to errors, delays, and poor customer service. You're actually handicapping the very people who matter the most. Okay, the solution: Windows 365 Frontline, and it's designed specifically for this. It lets multiple employees share licenses, accessing a full cloud PC one at a time. A team of service agents can use their tablets to run the same complex diagnostic software that used to require a bulky laptop. Retail workers can pull up a full desktop on a point of sale device to solve a customer's problem on the spot. It's about pushing the full power of your company's resources out to the edges, turning every frontline worker into a fully equipped problem solver. Okay, let's talk about use case 6 now, right? You've got power users, engineers, designers, data scientists who need beastly expensive workstations to do their jobs. These machines cost a fortune. They're a pain to maintain, and they literally chain your most valuable talent to a specific desk. The hardware refresh cycle for these roles is constant, right? It's an expensive treadmill. It's shelling out thousands of dollars per employee every couple of years for new machines. And that investment is totally inflexible. The monster GPU you bought for a 3-month project just sits there idling while its user is answering emails. Plus, you can't easily scale this team up or down without making huge financial bets on hardware. Okay, the solution: with Windows 365, you can provision high performance cloud PCs with specialized GPU, CPU, and RAM. With the same configurations on demand. Your designer can get insane rendering power on a basic laptop at home. The data scientist can spin up a machine with massive RAM for a complex model. Instead of buying a machine for a person, you subscribe to the power they need. While it's a per user per month subscription, you can adjust these licenses as your projects change. This transforms a huge capital expenditure into a flexible operating expense, letting you give your top talent the best tools wherever they are. Okay, let's end with the most common use case, but with a bit of a twist. Hybrid work is the new normal, right? But the experience is often terrible. An employee works on a file at the office, goes home, and suddenly they can't find it. Software runs differently, or the settings are just all wrong. This is death by a thousand paper cuts for productivity. Where did I save that file? Why does this look different at home? Great. I have to call IT. Again. Employees end up emailing files to themselves or saving them to personal cloud drives, creating a security nightmare. This fractured experience is maddening for your team and support disaster for IT. Right, the solution. Windows 365 finally delivers on the promise of hybrid work by giving each employee one persistent, personalized PC in the cloud. It's their PC, right? When they log out at the office and log in from home, it's the exact same session. Their open windows are still open. Their files are right where they left them. Their experience is perfectly consistent, whether they're on a corporate desktop, a personal laptop, or even a tablet. This is what hybrid work was supposed to be. A seamless, fluid experience that follows the employee, not the device. So, as you can see, thinking of Windows 365 as just a tool for remote work is like buying a supercar to only drive it on school runs. It's a rapid onboarding machine. It's a merger and acquisitions integration accelerator. It's a digital vault for your most critical data. It's a business continuity plan that actually works. It's a way to empower your frontline and your power users without breaking the budget. And yeah, it creates a hybrid experience that people don't hate. The real question isn't whether you need cloud PCs for remote work. The question every leader should be asking is, which of these strategic advantages do we actually need to grab first? So, what are the biggest challenges you're facing with scalability, security, or just making work? Right? I've shared these 7 ideas, but the possibilities are endless. Drop a comment below with your unique business challenge, and let's talk about how a cloud PC strategy might solve it. And if you want more deep dives into using tech to build a real competitive advantage, make sure you hit that subscribe and hit that like button as well. Thanks for watching and see you on the next one.